Yo guys, what's going on? In this video, in this training, I'm going to teach you how you can, I hate this word, but you can literally funnel hack your funnels and see exactly what's not working, what's working, where you should put your money, and how to literally dissect every single part of the funnel to make sure that your money is going the right way, or if you need to change something, or if you're running ads and something's not clicking and you don't know where to look or where to find. Literally in this video, I'm going to dissect every part of the funnel, show you what to look for, numbers to look for, how to know if it's working, how to know it's not working. And literally after this training, you're gonna be able to go back to your funnels and fix everything. Literally today in just, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I'm gonna try and explain everything, no fluff, give you everything I know on how to better every single part of your funnel. So make sure you're taking notes, make sure you're taking screenshots, whatever it is. Make sure you pay attention because I believe this training is extremely valuable and it can easily scale any of your campaigns that you're running right now. Literally, this thing is going to fix mostly everything. So let's get started. Honestly, obviously, this is a sales funnel, and this is what it is. Ideally, for high ticket services or high ticket companies or high ticket brands that we work with, this is usually what it looks like. What it looks like, but if you're still running things like e-commerce or you're selling physical products, things in this part still will apply. But this is specifically for SaaS businesses, info products, businesses who are doing services or selling services, and what else? What else? What else? Yeah, just service-based businesses that are already sending traffic to a page, or even if you just want to do a landing page, this is gonna help you so much and make sure that you create a very successful funnel. So obviously you got leads at the top, leads flooding in to your funnel, your landing page, and this could be either sending people to your landing page from organic posts, tweets, your link in bio in your TikTok, your IG, your story swipe ups, or not swipe up, but click in bios, or all that stuff, or you're sending paid traffic to a landing page and you're literally want to make sure that every cent that you're squeezing goes a long way. This is going to help you. So yeah, these are the steps of the funnel. We're going to go one by one and dissecting what happens from lead to landing page if it's not working, or how to know if it's not working, from landing page to success page if you're not seeing the numbers you want to look, what to look into, how to fix it. It's super simple. From success page to high ticket upsell, how to make sure it's converting the vast majority of people and customer to case study. So we're gonna dissect everything here, and we're gonna start with this up top. So this a little bit, yeah. I'm trying this thing out, by the way, this whole like whiteboard thing. I'm gonna see if I like it or not, but yeah. So lead to landing page, meaning your leads here to your landing page. So if there's a discrepancy of people looking at your ad or your link or whatever, and not landing in the landing page. So the way we're gonna dissect this is discrepancies, solutions, and what to do next. Cool. So the first step is lead to landing page. So the discrepancy is when people are seeing your ad or people are seeing your link and they might click and not land, or there's just a disconnect here, and we call this a leak in the funnel. And here's how you fix it. So this happens usually in the first click or first click attribution. So think stories, posts, tweets, first thing someone sees, right? And in paid ads, this is your entire ad. So your creative, your copy, your hook. But when we see this discrepancy of people not following, not going to the next step, it could be a combination of the following things. If you're running paid ads, this could mean you're targeting the wrong audience, or usually what the matter is your copy, right? So your copy isn't good, it's not compelling, and your creative visual sucks. So the picture that you're using or the video that you're using doesn't have that shocking factor. Doesn't have that thumb stopping factor. That's what we like to call it, right? So how do we know this is not working? How do we know the discrepancies here? In paid ads, usually you see this with very low CTR, so very low click-through rates. I should write that. Link click-through rate. So when you have a very low link click-through rate, it means that the people who are looking at your ad, they're not clicking, right? So something is not clicking, pun intended. So if you have a sub 0.5 click-through rate, It means the issue is in the creative, or in the copy, or in the hook, or in the headline. Or you have very high cost per clicks with low conversions afterwards, right? So high cost per clicks. So CPC is cost per click. I think I said it wrong, but high cost per clicks are not necessarily bad, right? Because you might be targeting an industry with, it usually has high cost per clicks, which is okay. It depends on your industry. So high CPCs are not necessarily a bad thing. Just so you know that, right? So very low CTRs probably suggest or tells us that there's an issue with the copy, an issue with the creative, right? Or you have very high cost per meals with low conversions, right? So you're paying a lot of money to show your ad or your creative to 1,000 people, and you have very, very low conversions, right? So another issue we might find is low cost per clicks, low CPMs, and okay-ish CTR, but still no traction, right? So we're getting people to click. The people who are clicking, we're getting enough volume, right? The costs are low. Your CTR is about 1% or 0.9. It's okay. Like those numbers look okay, and we can still pinpoint. This is how you know it. This is I don't know where to look at, right? So if you find yourself in this situation and still no traction, check your link clicks to landing page ratio, right? So usually if people click and click the link and you're not seeing a very high landing page ratio, ideally over 70%, meaning if 100 people clicked your link in the ad and less than 70 are landing on the page, it usually means that your landing page is taking too long to load, right? So you can use a free speed tool to assess if your page is very slow and just fix that, right? Compress images, compress videos, um, eh, to make sure that when they click the link, it loads quick and the actual user experience is good, right? And if you don't have enough data to assess this, just push more budget or send more people organically and check those numbers. So again, lead to landing page. We see these on very low CTRs, very high CPCs with low conversions, um, very high CPMs with low conversions. So if you see a very low CTR, change your copy, change your hook, change the creative, make sure it's better, right? When I say wrong audience, unless you're targeting something extremely ridiculous and extremely doesn't make sense, that's gonna be the issue. But what I found is, after spending millions of dollars on Facebook, is it usually is your copy, your hook, or something that's not stopping people to actually click, right? So that's how you fix the lead to landing page. Now, what happens after people actually land on your page? Like these things are looking good. CTR is 1%. Cost per clicks are okay, and they're dropping slowly, or they maintain on a specific window. CPMs are okay, whatever, and people are actually landing on your page, but you're not getting conversions. This is how we fix this, right? So landing page to success page. Success page meaning the lead put their information in and they got the freebie, or I don't know, whatever it is, they got to the next step. That's a success page. So people are landing on your page, but they're not taking the next action, right? This is, guys, this is super common. Like this is super 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 common. And this is some when you see this not working, or when you see this issue, it's, this is where the leakage is happening, right? If you see a huge drop off, uh, or the landing page success rate is lower than 25%, meaning 25% less, 25% or less in conversion, right? So people are landing on your page. So let's say 100 people land on your page, and less than 25 of those people are actually submitting the form, or going on to the next step. This is when this is the issue. This is a discrepancy. So it's either a copy issue, which is mostly the case, or a UI UX kind of thing, right? UI UX is very much easier to find. Like if you have somebody that knows how to build pages that convert, they easily will tell you that here's a problem. But if it's a copy issue, it might be a little harder to fix, right? It's a little harder to find, because you have to be a very well versed copywriter to make sure that it's the message is cohesive, right? So from the ad to the landing page, it's cohesive. There's no drop off, and people click the ad, and when they land on your page, it is what they expect, right? So mainly, so this is very general advice, but usually this is from my experience and our experience. This is what the problem is in the copy, right? Mainly, you want to make sure you talk to one person with a huge problem. So rather than addressing the masses in hopes that one converts, something like I see this a lot in a lot of landing pages that are like honestly they're not good. Like their copy, and this is an over exaggeration because I just want to make a point, right? Their copy is something like this technique helps people lose fat, right? But rather you can do something like how you can use the ADP technique so you can lose fat in less than 2 weeks. That sounds much better. So we want to make sure we tell them how they can do X. Make sure you say you. Usually in the copy in your ad, you can't get away with like you want to lose fat, you want because you're addressing somebody and you're assuming they have an issue, and Facebook will not run your ad. But once you're landing the copy in the landing page, you have a little bit more freedom and you can be more specific. You can say things, right? So just make sure you talk to one person, and the idea is that you take that one person who just clicked and landed on your page from a low emotional state with a problem to a high emotional state where they know what they need to do to fix the problem. This is usually the copy, and you can do this with you fix this issue with the copy most of the time, right? At case studies, at testimonials, at people you've worked with, so that they know the lead knows that you know what you're talking about and your solution works for them, right? So what's the outcome that they're looking to get? So think about how do I sell a vacation? You sell a vacation by talking about the destination. You don't talk about the travel. You don't talk about the packing. You don't talk about those things that you have to do them, but you sell the vacation and you paint the vacation in such a way that the other things don't matter, right? So you do so by talking about the experience when they're there. You don't talk about the travel. You sell the destination and why it matters to them, why that experience matters to them. Okay? So, like I said, copywriting issues are harder to find. Design issues are much simpler to find, like things like button placement, the color of the button. It's lost, or you can't see it, or it's not above the fold. Maybe your page is not mobile optimized, and the amount of people that you're getting from an ad, the majority are from mobile phones, right? The colors, your pop-ups. So something that we've done with a couple of clients of ours, is, and this is such a small change, right? Can do significant results. So like rather than having the form on the page versus clicking a link and having a pop-up, like that change can make incredible results. Can change it completely. So it's all about A/B testing. So with some website softwares like ours, our website software, you can do this. You can A/B test designs and copy. So have two versions, one version with the pop-up, one version without the pop-up, and then see which one gets you the best results. So and again, you need sufficient data to have significant results and significant data to make sure that okay, this makes sense or this change makes sense. So this goes back to the previous point: is if you want more data, just push more budget, right? In a way that makes sense for your business. Cool. So again, when it comes to landing page to success page, and if you see this big drop off here, less than 25% of people converting, ideally, again, this matters, like this changes with the industry, but I want to see a 25% or higher, right? If you have a 30% conversion rate, that's okay. That's that's okay in certain industries, but like if you see less than 20%, 25%, then there's something wrong with your landing page. Okay, so if 100 people come into your page and less than 20 are opting in, there's a big discrepancy in your copy, or the design just just sucks, right? Now we move to the next point. So from success page to a high ticket upsell, right? So maybe you're a consultant and you're giving out a free resource, right? But again, the goal is to sell your consultancy program. This is this step. So what happens after they submit their stuff, their information, they get a PDF, whatever. What happens if is the discrepancy is there? Let's do this. Cool. So success page, which is the thank you page, to a high ticket upsell. The discrepancy is if you're selling something, usually a high ticket service, and people are not converting, this is where we want to look and assess what the issue is here, right? So let me move my face actually. There we go. That way I can see how long I'm taking. Nope, let's do this. So the solutions here are more complex and they can vary from a lot of different factors. But we found in our experience that these four things are the things that usually create the best results if you make the right changes, right? Again, this is if you're selling something high ticket after they land on your success page and they're getting emails, or you having your sales team giving triage calls, or you have SMS or whatever it is, right? So let's talk about emails a little bit. So if your open rates suck, so like they're less than 15% in most cases, obviously depending on the size of the size of your list. So if you have 100 people in your list, you should have like a 70% open rate, right? But if you have like a 25,000 open rate, 25,000 list, and it's less than 50%, or your open rate is less than 50%, this is not good, right? Obviously, after you give something for free, so they opt in for a PDF, there's no reason why your first email is less than 70% open rate. Like literally, you want everyone to open that email. They're expecting that email, right? You want to make sure that email is 70% or higher, right? If we're seeing very low open rates on that first email, it's usually a spam issue, like your email is being sent to a spam or promotions on Gmail. And usually the case is your subject line says something like, here's your free PDF, download now. Like it just screams spam. It screams like you're selling something. So usually that first subject line, it should be something simple like brackets, confirmation, close bracket, you wanted this, right? Question mark. Like something like that. Because they're expecting it already, so they know that when an email comes after they opted in, they know it's from you. So it's a spam issue if you're getting less than 70%. Or your subject line, it's not even your subject line, but if your subject line literally sucks, like you're sending something very stupid, then of course change that. Or you're sending a confirmation email too late. For example, you opt in now and then you get a confirmation in like 2 hours. You don't want that. Don't take more than 10 minutes to send a confirmation email, okay? And then any emails after that you have to assess individually by open rate or CTR, right? So obviously you have some sort of nurture sequence after the first email, they download it, whatever it is. If those next emails have a low open rate, it's either because you have bad subject lines or it's landing in spam, right? So those are the things you have to look into, but you have to assess individually. Low CTR, let's say you have low CTR but above open rate, the copy inside your email is not good. Simple. You got 30% open rates and less than 0.5 click-through rate. The copy is the issue, right? The copy isn't compelling. Or your CTA is very hard to find, or you're writing an extremely long email that people don't care about, and your copy is not good, and your CTR is at the end, they have to scroll for an hour on their phone to find the click-through rate, the call to action, right? Again, copy is a different monster, copywriting is a different monster, but if your CTR is very low, it's more than likely that it's a copy issue, you know, or you're trying to design extremely fancy emails, right? So this is an issue that I've had to fix way too many times, is that some of our clients want to get super fancy with their emails, their branding. That's okay for certain things like newsletters for current clients. But when somebody just opts in and they don't know who you are, they don't want to get something super fancy, right? Just give them the thing. Give them the thing, deliver the value. Done. That's it. Just put yourself in their shoes. You're in the bathroom scrolling through your emails. You want to make something that's quick to read, quick to take an action, and that's it. Don't get too fancy. Too many images, videos, GIF or GIF, however you say that. Don't come at me. Might also make that email classify as spam, or it's just taking too long to load, etc. Something else is that throws emails to spam is you're bolding sales verbiage or linking sales verbiage too obviously. So everything is in caps, and you say download it now, exclamation mark, bolded, hyperlinked. That just screams spam. Be very subtle. Okay, be subtle with these. Okay, too many exclamation marks, that's obviously a red flag. You want to warm up your email with their email service provider, with their Gmail, Hotmail, whatever. We want to make sure they open and they click a bunch of the first emails that you sent, so that we increase our chances of landing in your inbox in the next emails. Okay, so yeah, make sure you reread this, because that's important on emails, and deliverability is very important. Cool. And then if you have salespeople that are doing triage calls after somebody opts in, you gotta assess those individually. That's a different monster. I don't want to get there, but usually tonality, the time of day they're calling, your script, just check on those things, right? If you're sending SMS as well, imagine you're sending an SMS to a friend. That's the best advice I can give you. Don't get super clever with SMS, like, hey, is this you, question mark, and like don't get, like, literally just as if you were texting a friend. Hey, remember that thing you opted in for? Here it is. Hey, just want to make sure you got it. Here's the link again. Hey, by the way, because you downloaded this thing, I want to make sure I give you something else for free. It's a 15-minute consultation call. Just click here and schedule a call with me. It's a nose. It's a nose. It's not a sales call. Something like that, right? Don't try to be clever. And if you can, if you're sending people to like Instagram or to a podcast or on Spotify or Apple Music, use a deep link software. So something like URL Genius. What this does is, if you send an IG or a Facebook group link on SMS, it'll open on Safari or Google Chrome or whatever, and it'll have to prompt them to like log in again. People are not going to log in. If you use a deep link software, rather than open on their browser, it's going to open on their app, and it's going to be already logged in. So you skip a step and you increase your chances of conversion or whatever it is, right? And then if you're doing a success page next step, so like if somebody opts in for your freebie, and then your thank you page is there saying, hey, we're gonna send it to your email. But if you have a next step there, like a video, like, hey, watch this video to unlock your freebie or whatever the fuck, this you gotta make sure. So think about it this way. I wanted a free recipe. You gave me the free recipe. I'm out. I don't want anything else. I came here for the free recipe. I'm gone. So you gotta make sure that the next step over the confirmation page is very concise, like very clear, very concise. So same issues as the landing page apply. Make sure design's good, copy has to be really good, but we're gonna change the numbers here. Like, I mean, if you get a 30% or higher success rate on here, amazing, right? But having something less than 10% or 5% is common. Like, people already got what they wanted, they're out. Okay, so be lenient with conversion rates. Just test different things and be very, very, very clear. Don't be clever, be clear, because we want to make sure we take advantage of those people landing there. Cool. Lastly, so customer to case study. So this is the last step. Let me explain a little bit. So they're already a high ticket client of yours. We want to make sure you get a case study, because case studies, if you remember, they're going to feed into your landing page, because you're going to add those case studies there. So a good case study is going to make a better landing page. So everything just flows in together. It's a never ending cycle. That's why we want to make sure our funnels are leakage proof. They're not leaking, right? So the last step, wow, I can't talk. The last step is customer to case study. This is super simple. What's the discrepancy here? You're not getting testimonials to use the case studies to get more leads. Simple. So you're either not asking for it, or your testimonial ask is not clear. Like, you're just telling people, hey, give me a testimonial, or the service that you're giving isn't giving the results that you're promising, right? So your product is not good. So it's either of those things. Case studies should also work as a way to get more leads in the door, like I explained. So showcase them. You want case studies, and you want to make sure your product delivers, because once your product delivers, you're going to get case studies, and then that flows into a never-ending cycle, which is what we want, right? So ultimately, that's what we want, right? So that's that's it. Honestly, this is how to dissect a funnel and see different things in the funnel, how to make them better. So that's guys, that's what we do. This is one of the things that we do at AVX. We make sure the funnels are bulletproof, right? We go through every single step of every single piece of funnel workflow. We make sure everything's well written, the design's good, everything flows perfect, page load is good. Like there's a million things to look into. And when you're in the trenches, you understand what things to look into with just numbers and data. So guys, AVX is for SaaS businesses, service as a product businesses, info product. If you do any type of coaching or consulting, and you're already an existing business, and you're trying to scale it and operate efficiently, this is for you. This is one of the things that we do at AVX, and we make sure things are operating efficiently, and we make sure our clients make money. That's what we do, right? So our focus is making you money. So if you want to work with us, somewhere in this page, there should be a button with a questionnaire. Make sure you fill that out. Schedule a time to speak with me or one of my experts in the team. We're going to be learning about your business, and we're going to come up with a plan for you. Everything here is custom built for every single type of business. It's not like a one size fits all. So that's what it is. If you're one of those businesses that I explained earlier, this is for you. And if you do book a call with me or us, make sure you have decision makers on the call so that we can make sure we're doing the right things, point you in the right direction. We're going to be learning about your business, and do your research. Do your research around with any other competitors. I don't care. What we do here is incredible, and it brings results. It does bring results. We've been in the trenches for many years, and yeah. So guys, that's all there is. There should be a button down below for a questionnaire. Fill that out. Make sure you bring decision makers to the call. That first initial call is usually just 15 to 20 minutes. It's about learning about your business, and then we'll come up with a plan. If it makes sense, we'll come up with a plan for your business, and then we'll see how we can move forward. Do your research, and please, if you book a call, show up, because once you book a call, we're gonna block that time on our calendar to service you and make sure we give you 100% of our time. So that's all. If you have any questions, you can always find my email, send me an email, or send me a DM on IG or LinkedIn or whatever it is. And yeah, super excited to be speaking with you soon, and super excited to make sure your business makes money and scales efficiently. So until the next time, bye guys.